Season's greetings, everyone, and welcome to our year-end review special. 2022 has been such an eventful year for the Waze communities. We've experienced a lot of highs and lows this year, but we made it through together as always with our amazing community support. Today, we're going to recount all the amazing things that we've accomplished hand in hand with our Waze family this past year. And today, I'm going to be joined by a ton of colleagues from the communities team who have a bunch of very exciting updates for you on what they've been working on all year. But first, let's take a look at some of the changes to the team this year. The biggest thing that you may notice is that our dear Hila is out for maternity leave. She gave birth to a healthy baby boy earlier this month, and we are all so overjoyed for her. She'll be returning to Waze in a few months, but in her place, Fej, who you all know very well, and Tim, who you met back in office hours back in 2021, have stepped in to lead the team, with Donna and Lior and Dahlia stepping up to make sure everything goes smoothly. So Fej will be overseeing all the big picture communities management, while Tim is going to be focusing on how we can grow our communities and our Waze for Cities partners. So with that, let's dive right in, and I'm very happy to pass it over to Fej to share with you what's been going on at the highest level.
Hi there. Great to meet everybody and wishing you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. We're going to touch a bit on what happened in 2022, but just before I start, definitely some of you or most of you heard the news about Waze's move to Geo, which is planned for the next year, and Neha leaving Waze. We wish her well and success, and we are confident that going forward, the community will be just as strong. One of the major things we accomplished this year was to refocus on where we want to go at Waze. And the issue of using our superpowers with the community and the cities was something that was seen as fundamental and very important in Waze. And so you're going to see a lot of developments of Waze for Cities that include the community and the partnerships, and to see how we can get back information, because at the end of the day, the important thing is the user value, which we plan to continue and provide with your assistance. Definitely, we are very much excited to see that some of the initiatives that come along with it, like safety, are going to be implemented in 2023. One of the bittersweet moves that we had this year was the issue of carpool. We know that the carpool community was very much engaged. We definitely invested a lot of efforts, and know that likewise the users and communities invested as well. The community team, the community developers, the marketing team all did a great job, but unfortunately at the end of the day, we had to shut down the project. And while we did that, all the people that were involved on the Waze side, including Adrian, which now returned to the community, are all here with us. One of the most exciting things for me personally was to see the meetups restart again, meeting you face to face. And I think this is something that definitely is indicating that we're on the track out of that horrible disease. Everyone in Waze was excited to meet you, both obviously the community team, as well as the developers, the product managers, the UX experts, everybody. I think that the new leadership team that came into Waze was definitely very excited and very enthusiastic about the community, that they met you as well. And we're definitely deeply committed to keep the community and the meetups thriving in 2023 with as many meetups as we can arrange. And I hope to meet all of you as soon as possible during those meetups. A bit of a peek into how we are organized inside the company structure. We wanted to involve the community expertise inside the various development groups. So we have these squads. Each of these squad is mission driven and has a community team representative that is able both to provide information coming from you, as well as receiving information from the team and seeing how it applies to the community and the users going forward. The teams are small and functional and really are intended to provide value back to you and the users. And I think that all the community managers are very excited about this new connection, and we hope that we can push as much information from you and affect these squads, and likewise have you assist us going forward as much as possible. And finally, just to kind of summarize the year, the unfortunate events about the MUP abuse that you've seen, we're definitely taking this into account. We're doing our best to try and mitigate that. And with your help, we're putting in the actual controls that hopefully would prevent this L1 closure going forward. Obviously, it's not a perfect solution, but we are very much focused on engaging and growing the community, and L1 editors are definitely part of the plan. And we do hope that, within a week or two, we're able to reopen things and move them back to normal. Moving forward, definitely we will look at security as much as possible. And now I would like to invite Noam. Noam.
Hey everyone, Anat couldn't be here, so I'll be stepping into her stylish shoes for this one. Let's talk crisis. So, I skip one. Okay, we're good. In 2022, we saw a record number of supported crisis events, 242. That's 120% more than the previous year. And I'm afraid that's due both to the team's efficiency and to what's going on in the world. Of course, we couldn't do it without you. The community collaborated with Waze and our partners in events such as the Tour de France and in handling natural disasters such as Hurricane Ian. The community was especially helpful in handling floods and storms, helping us update emergency shelters, closures, and evacuation zones in the Waze Map. It's worth noting that the majority of crisis events we supported were fires, and we'll touch upon that in a couple of slides. A good example of the community's amazing contribution was adding donation centers to the map in Brazil. This was a response to a closed distribution initiative, and we loved helping out and giving people what they needed. We mentioned fires before. That was a big deal in 2022, and we collaborated with Google to add alerts. If a driver's destination is in a wildfire zone, he's going to be alerted about it, and we expect to see a lot of similar predictive models in the coming year. Should be super exciting and interesting. And last but not least, if you want to contribute even more, you can join the First Responders. It's a group of editors dedicated to helping out both partners and our users. You have a QR code, and don't worry if you're not fast on the draw, we'll share it. You'll be able to scan and join. Next up, partners, let's talk Waze for Cities, my favorite program. We currently have over 1,300 active partners. We also have 30 cities that use the Beacons program. If you want to navigate underground, you can, which is super cool. We launched a new partner forum using Discourse. It provides partners with a robust platform. They can talk to one another and to you guys. So if you want to join, reach out to your community manager or directly to me. Sign up and you can talk to partners, help them out, provide advice, whatever you want. It's a great platform and a great channel for communication. Partners are also very active in crisis. We talked crisis before, here it is again. And we launched a special website dedicated to partners. It's a one-stop shop with everything they need, all the tools they need to share information, conduct drills, and so on. And we also held the first ever crisis response meetup with partners who joined the Crisis Partners Initiative. That's a lot of time saying crisis. And we also had editors joining, presenting, talking about how to handle natural disasters and so on. And we see a bright future for that program. And we also migrated our event partners to the new Partner Hub. They're going to enjoy much better tools and a better platform, and we're going to invest a lot in that program in 2023. And with that, I'll pass the mic to the amazing Gal.
Thank you, Noam, for sharing these great insights. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Gal. and I'm leading the beta program. So let's share some stats about the beta community. In the past year, we had more than 99 releases with around 800 bugs that were submitted, with 23 of them being fixed thanks to your reports. We also got 12,000 feedback that were shared and more than 200 suggestions that were answers thanks to the beta teams. Thank you so much for that. We launched this year a new feature status sheet where we show each feature and where does it stand, which OS, is it in WME or in the app, and also in-car info. When it goes to the release notes, instead of having a long, dull text, now it's redesigned with much more clear and Wazy feel and look, of which bugs were fixed, important updates, and more. When it goes to the landing page, we redesigned it to have much more Wazy look. It is more clear now for those who just joined the beta community what being a beta tester is. So we hope that will help as well. We have our pre-beta program, which was launched around a year ago, which is doing great. We already had quite a few of pre-betas that we did. We're planning to have two more in the past following weeks, so stay tuned for that. We have an example of one of the pre-betas that we did. As you can see, we redesigned the landscape mode. Now instead of being the entire screen, it's just half of the screen. We got so many testers who were part of that pre-beta, around 471 testers, 54 testers submitted their feedback, and we got many bugs that were fixed thanks to your reports. So thank you for those who joined that. We have our amazing Ways to Suggest, where you guys suggest cool features to add to the Waze app. In the past year, we answered 200 suggestions that were suggested by you guys. So keep offering us more suggestions. We love hearing your cool ideas. We have our feature discovery call, where we invite you guys to hear about new features that we want to develop. We had AOS, we had new safety alerts, and actually we did implemented one of those features, the safety alert. It's now in beta, so we recommend you to join that. And the most exciting announcement, we're leaving center code to a new platform named Discourse. It's going to look so much more nicer, as you can see here in the screenshot. We can't wait for you guys to try it out, and stay tuned. It's coming out in the next couple of months. Moving on to Maya to talk about the Waze Map Editor.
Thank you, Gal. And I'm also looking forward to checking this course. And hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. My name is Maya, and I manage communities in Latin America, for those of you who don't know me. And I'm also part of the WME beta community, so you might have seen my forum posts over there. I'm really happy to be here to walk you through our 2022 together. So 2022 was a great year for WME. And we committed to even making more improvements in WME. We invested a lot in our infrastructure and also in features and long-standing bugs. Thank you for testing 19 WME beta versions and also for submitting your suggestions. This year, we got to release 16 of them. Something else that we worked on is to restructure the release notes. We really want to highlight the community suggestions that we release. And right now, we divided the release notes in community suggestions, features and enhancements, and bugs. So we can highlight what's most important for you. You can choose to access the release notes from the forum, or you can also click the doc that will link to every release. We also invested a lot in the feature discovery calls, as Gal mentioned. Many times you told us if you would have involved us sooner, we could have given you feedback about this. So we're really committed to involving you in early stages of development. This year, we had feature discovery calls about WME restrictions, permanent hazards, fire lanes, and for the first time, we share a poll with you regarding which script functionalities you think should be available natively in WME. The top most wanted features related to a lack of connection between the WME and also the app. So we're currently investigating a routing simulator. Another one of the big changes of 2022 was Style Guide. So the idea was to refresh WME and also to invest in our infrastructure that will support other changes, such as compact mode and for the future, dark mode. You gave us a lot of feedback on Style Guide, and it was also important for us to implement some of the changes that you requested. Style Guide was also done partly to support new editors, so it will be clear for them how to edit in WME. We still haven't migrated all entities in Style Guide. We're still missing the WME header. That's feedback that we've heard from you, but we are getting there. As part of Style Guide, one of the features that we were able to support due to this new infrastructure was very quickly compact mode. We heard from you, it was a request from many of you once we released the new Style Guide to reduce padding in all entities. So this is also a work in progress. Right now we've released it, we're missing the header. And with compact mode, we also introduced functionalities that you requested in the script polls. You rated around 400 functionalities, and these are within the top 40. The WME ruler was one of the top 10 most voted community suggestions. We wanted to introduce a measurement tool for you because many of you mentioned that you were using either a script or a segment to measure distances. So in order to make it easier for you to measure any distances and not use segments and maybe sometimes forget them in the map, you now have a native tool in the map. Virtual nodes was also a community suggestion that you liked a lot. It was born with the Falcon raid when many of you said that for long segments, you were unable to find nodes to change the segment's geometry. So firstly, we released virtual nodes for segments. You really liked it, and you asked us to also add virtual nodes to other map entities. So it's now available for some map entities that are polygons, such as the places. So as I mentioned, you answered quite a long poll regarding scripts, and you voted on around 400 functionalities. So we also introduced some other features that you voted on. As you can see here, the segments elevation, buttons for row types, and also buttons for place categories. Row types and place categories are available only in WME compact mode, and the segment elevation is available in compact mode and also normal WME. We want to be able to save you clicks and also save you space when we can. The alerts redesign was also part of your feedback when we released Style Guide. You mentioned that the sticky alerts were really impossible to close. So we redesigned the alerts, we nested them, so now you're able to click next and see all the alerts together, and you can choose to see the alerts or to not see them, or to dismiss them. And we provide you also a period of time so you can dismiss them for a week or for a month. We really want to encourage you to continue submitting your WME suggestions. We review them with our PMs, and we also check the ones that are most voted. So we encourage you to check WME user voice. I left you a QR code here. You can upvote the community suggestions that already exist, or also submit your new one. And talking about really bigger features that we focused on this year, I'm really happy to tell you that this long-awaited feature is currently being built. So as we see our map maturing, we really understand for the need of a feature to be able to manage all the issues that come from the map. So we're currently working on the issue tracker and some news. You'll be able to see map suggestions, or what you also know as project code, within the issue tracker. So they're going to be called, as I told you, map suggestions or MS. So the next time that you see the issue tracker in beta, it's going to contain PURs, URs, map problems, are also map suggestions. So I highly encourage you to join the WME beta community that will get to test the issue tracker and all the types of issues early in 2023. So if you want to join the WME beta community, just get in touch with your community coordinator and ask them to submit a request using the CAR form. And now I'm really happy to pass on the mic to Ruben to continue reviewing amazing features in 2022 in WME.
Hi everyone. So thank you very much, Maya. I'm taking it from here. So the next things that were the big features that were released like this year was far lanes phase 1 and 2. Phase 1 meaning you can add now far lanes on junction boxes, And for lanes 2, you can create paths and nested paths, similar to what you see here in the image. And that's really important, since till now you are limited to heuristics that the routing mechanism would put, for example, the 50-meter length of the segment. And this is now solved, and you are free to map complex junction like H or H junction. So that's the time to map complex junction. The next big project that Maya already spoke about, it's Project Koifish, meaning we're now receiving a lot of suggestions from Google Maps. Will be surface them in the WME, and you can reject them or accept them and adjust them. That's really important. So you will have a lot of impact on both maps, the one of Waze and of course also the Google Maps, since everything that you reject will have a feedback loop towards Google Maps, and also they will fix their maps on their side. This is currently in production. We just opened it like a few days ago to level 5 and up. Of course, coordinator can request to reduce the lock rank to this feature. And of course, the most important things, we just launched map rate for all the Project Koi. And we saw already a lot of countries requesting for the map rate through over like December and January. And we encourage you to all the countries to go through the suggestion. We have spreadsheet with a list of all suggestions, and this will definitely improve the map. And it's going to start the 2023 with the right foot. And now I will pass the mic to Nicole.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nicole. I'm managing the localization community. I'm also a community manager for APAC and some communities in Europe. Let's talk a little bit about the bugs flow that improved a lot in the last year. We're working in a new flow for a long time and already for a while. And now with the help of a team of 4 people, we decreased the time to start taking care of a bug from 2 weeks to 2 business days. It's a huge difference. We're also following up open bugs in a weekly basis. So we're receiving answers much faster. We launched in August the community quarterly calls to improve the communication between the community and staff. And the community was responsible this year for all the new European regulations translations, the new deal for consumers and D4C, new foreign chat translations, and beta landing page. Big kudos to the community. We are also very busy in the voices side, producing new voices and improving the old ones. Voices with accents are now live in France, Brazil, UK, Argentina, and Ecuador. We opened the door also for micro-influencers, and we made 2 TTS rates to improve the quality of streets pronunciation in Brazil and France. In France, we will have the TTS rate right now. It will be over in 1 week. So in 2022, we had 7 TTS new voices and 17 prompt voices that went live with the help of the community. It's not including the copilot and marketing voice, but it's amazing, guys. Thank you very much. So I'll pass the mic to Brett.
Thank you so much, Nicole. Hey, everybody, did you miss me? So now it's my absolute pleasure to tell you all about the Waze Help community. So the Waze Help community had a really amazing year. It's a new community that is we had our 1-year anniversary in September, so it's really a fresh community. It's here to help answer all the questions from ordinary Waze users by you, our community of product experts. So right now we have over 50 active product experts who've tackled over 3,100 questions, and they were able to answer over 72% of them, which is amazing. So let's hear it for our top 10 responders and for everybody else who's participating. Now, if you want to participate, oops, I went too far. So there we go. If you want to participate, you can sign up right here at this QR code. We're especially looking for more product experts who speak other languages. Currently, we support Spanish, Portuguese, French, Italian, and German, along with English, of course. But if you speak another language and you want to see it added and you want to help users from those countries, let us know. And with that, I'm very happy to pass it off to the lovely Anat.
Thank you, Brett, and thank you everyone for presenting. Hi everyone, my name is Anat. I'm happy to be here and talk about community recruitment and retention. We've been doing a lot around recruitment and retention for our dear communities. You know how important the well-being of our community is to us. We'd like to share just a few of our efforts around R&R. One very exciting thing that we've been doing is reaching out to every new person who signs into WME for the first time. We congratulate them, share resources for anyone looking to learn more, and at the same time, we invite new editors to ask for a mentor. We're very happy that we can now allow new editors to ask for a mentor, since until not too long ago, it was only possible from the other end. Only experienced editors could offer themselves as mentors to new editors. Now, new editors are able to say, hey, I'd like to have a mentor, please. We have a group of amazing mentoring coordinators. These are community editors who are well seasoned around mentoring and editing. They get requests from new editors and connect them with their local mentors. The mentors then reach out to the new editors and take them hand in hand into the magical world of WME. This is a great opportunity to thank our wonderful group of mentoring coordinators and mentors. You're making all the difference for the next generation of editors. That's it about the new automated emails for new editors and the new mentoring program. Now, about WME improvements, but still around recruitment and retention. So anyone who's had a quick glance at the WME forum and at WME itself sometime in 2022 knows how many amazing things Maya, Natalia, Ruben, Brett, and the entire team did around WME. I'm not the one to talk about those W improvements. I just wanted to point out that we're also working on making dedicated changes to help new editors have a better first-time experience in WME. Also, we're working on improving the experience for returning editors who haven't made many edits, retention, for relatively new editors in WME. That's it about WME improvements for recruitment and retention. We hope to share more in 2023. And now on to hyperlocal messages. Through hyperlocal messages, country coordinators can request to share messages with the drivers in their area. We invite coordinators to choose from a list of 15 different messages, like don't forget to put on your winter tires, turn on your headlights, increased holiday traffic, and more. This initiative was first posted in the official announcements forum, which is open to everyone, in the beginning of 2022. That way, anyone can see it and reach out to their country coordinator to ask for a message. Since then, we were able to launch tens of these messages and impact drivers all around the world. We were also open to hear which messages would be helpful for your local community, so we can see if we can create those. Reach out to your country coordinator for more information. Next up, and the last of my topics, is the hackathon. This is an exciting one. As many of you know, earlier this year in June, we held our very first Communities hackathon. We got dozens of suggestions from community members around the world. 9 ideas were chosen and teams were built around each idea. Each team was made up of both Waze staff members and community members. This was a wonderful opportunity for both sides to communicate and hear about what the other side thinks and has to contribute. All ideas were really great and all the teams were so fun to collaborate with. The winning idea was this one, major change in speed limit. You can see the members of the team in the squares below. This slide is the original one from the deck the team showed during the hackathon's winter event. In just a few words, this idea is to alert drivers about upcoming changes in speed limit for those annoying places on the road where the speed limit suddenly drops. Without even noticing it, you're all of a sudden speeding and need to hit the brakes. We love this idea and there's a team dedicated to working on it. We hope to have more news about it in the coming months. That's it from me, and now I'll hand the mic over to Shira.
Hello, everyone. I will be the last one to present, so keep on. The first thing I want to talk about is the forum chat that is live. Thank you all for sharing your feedback and suggestions. We see an increase in the numbers of messages between users, and we also got positive feedback from the community members that they are getting more response from other users. We also launched an in-app encouragement campaign. For example, if a user has a new message and their Waze notification got off, they will still get this message on their phone so they won't miss anything and will get back to your message. Next up is the chat in the WME. As we speak, Waze developers are working on these features and we're hoping to launch it in 2023. And also we are working on groups chats. So a lot of good things to look forward coming up really soon. And the last thing I want to talk about is the Wazeopedia. The revamped Wazeopedia is live. Now community members that visit the site will have a better user experience and performance, which really enables them to find what they're looking for much more easily. Now you can organize and add content in a much faster and easier ways. Basically now communities can decide how their main page will look like and which section could be highlighted. On the revamped Wazeopedia, there is also a new section, the Waze Communities Hub, which contains information from Waze to Wazer, social media hub, meetup site. So users that are looking for information about the Waze community can easily find it there. So I really encourage you to visit the Wazeopedia and also check out the forum. We have their editing deck, so you can really see how to use the new templates. And we also have a link to a webinar that we did last week. And that's it from my side. Now I would like to welcome the amazing Waze Communities team with me. And woohoo!
We want to wish you all happy holidays, happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you in 2023.
Happy holidays! Happy holidays! Bye-bye!